Hello everyone, this is Ramex 12 again for another commentated game of Age of Empires 3. I have downloaded some games from the RTS website and we're gonna just jump into a game here from Japanese players. Very good players. I haven't seen them playing for quite some time, but they are very good players. So as the blue German here in the top right corner of the map, if we can call that a corner, as the blue German is Takuman, a very good player. I haven't had so many opportunities to play against him. I once did a time to micro scenario against him, which is basically a scenario where both players get the same army and you need to micro as best as you can to win the round, and I lost quite badly. So yeah, very good player. And as a red Russian player, it is Tonkatu, also a very good player. Both their names just look the same. You need to not confuse them. He's gonna play as Russian. He's gonna go for markets early. I don't know if he's... well, no, he probably doesn't have yet the hunting dog upgrade, because he's still gathering coin to reach 50 coin, and then he probably hopes he will find a wood treasure so that he can get that upgrade. And actually he's gonna gather wood, because well, he doesn't find a wood treasure, but he finds a food treasure, which is gonna... well, basically the 50 wood he's gonna have to gather will be compensated by the 60 wood he's gonna get from the treasure, so he can get that hunting dog upgrade. He's gonna herd that first herd, and hunts look good for him, but on the other hand, it looks like the German player doesn't have so many herds. Yeah, it's actually quite bad for him, especially since he is playing against Russian, and he's probably gonna get pressured early on. But well, on the other hand, German is reputed to have quite an advantage against Russian. So this matchup is basically German favored, but since he doesn't have any herd, I would say that it's favored for the Russian player. We will see what he will do. Maybe he will bring this. Yeah, I think he could bring this if he scouts it. He could eventually bring this, but no, I don't think. I think they are going to die before reaching the town center. And he can bring this, but he has to be very patient, because it's going to take quite some time to bring it there. So I hope he's just gonna... yeah, as you can see, the explorer is gonna go here, so he's gonna see it for sure and bring it like here, and maybe this will allow him to hold until he manages to push the Russian army back somehow, and then he will probably try to grab the map, you know, maybe go over here for the mine and the hunts. Maybe over here for this hunt, try to bring it there and build a tower here, so he has a mine and a very large bison herd. He's gonna get the scouts, which is gonna help, well, scouting of course, the enemy's blockhouse first of all. See if it's very forward, or if it's like here or here. If it comes here, it will mean, of course, that the Russian player probably will be very aggressive. If it's like here, it's like, yeah, normal aggressive, you know, at a stable early.
Aufgabe?
So I don't know, did he get that hunting dog upgrade? I would assume he did. And he ships distributivism as his first card, which is the basic card for Russian in the first stage on TAD. And the German player, of course, is going to get 2 settler wagons, which is a very strong shipment. Yeah.
Ja.
So he is indeed going to try to get this here.
Hallo?
I hope he will be able to have it like here by the time the Russians Cossacks come, if they come. And I hope also that he will not have any back herd, because that would be devastating. Simply, they would just end up here. They wouldn't go closer.
Aufgabe?
No back herd for now. He's not bringing this one. Yeah, still 60 pronghorn. 6 is quite a lot of food.
Ja. Bereit.
But okay. Oh, okay, he's not gonna go for TP. Well, I think a TP as German is nice during transition, but he prefers to go for the market.
Richtig.
I don't really like this part of the market, because, you know, if the Russian player decides to push with musketeers, he's just gonna siege that market very fast, and not even sure that the German player is gonna be able to get steel traps.
Aufgabe? Jäger.
He's gonna research hunting dogs, place a mine probably,
Karak.
and he's just scouting, you know, to see if there's any blockhouse being built around, and he doesn't see any, so... And indeed, Tonkatu is putting his blockhouse at home. So probably just to be able to defend against the Reds easier, and try to probably add a stable early on, and try to push probably before the German reaches the third age, or try to reach the third age himself, which would lead to a very interesting game.
Здравствуйте.
But German third age against Russian third age, well, it's quite tough for the Russian player to deal with skirmisher Uhlans, veteran Uhlans, who are very, 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 very strong, and war wagons as well, and maybe some mercenaries, like, yeah, Black Riders. You know, with that you can deal with any cav, and then aside from that you just make skirmishers and veteran Uhlans, and it's very hard to deal with as a Russian player, because, well, you're outranged by the skirmishers, and even if you manage to get in range with Cossacks, Triolets, those bow riders the Russian can have extra. He's got one advantage in third age though, it's the cannons that he's able to ship and that the German player is not able to get. But anyway, we are not even sure they're gonna play it from the third age. He's gonna get steel traps very early on and spice trade, so that's gonna boost his food income like hell. He's gonna have a very strong economy. He is starting with 5 musketeers, probably just to deal with the Uhlans. Oh, the sound is actually quite loud. Yeah, it's not loud enough now. Maybe here. Okay. Anyway, the two lands are gonna come, try to pick off any villager, but the blockhouse is there to shoot them. And of course, he won't lose any villager to that, it's just... although, yeah, this is... he has villager HP though, so I think he's gonna be fine, although the market is just blocking the path. He might lose one. Oh no, he's just deciding to go back. If he had continued, he probably would have lost one Uhlan, maybe the second, but I think he would have been able to kill the villager. But I don't know if 2 Uhlans for a villager is a very cost efficient trade. Anyway, Takuman is getting 8 crossbowmen. Okay, this is interesting. He probably wants to do some damage before reaching the third age, because indeed the Russian player is getting a crazy economy with the spice trade, the steel traps upgrade, place a mine, and he's got very nice herd. And 2 cows also, let's not forget about them. But, and yeah, he's probably just like, I probably should do some damage. I saw that the Russian players shipped 700 coins, so he's probably indeed going to age up with that, or he's going to mass from the stable under the blockhouse. We will see. It looks like he will mass because he's queuing 5 more musketeers. But as you can see, he's got like spice trade, steel traps and hunting dogs. This is like 45% bonus on food gathering. So he's gathering a lot of food, obviously, with 21 villagers. 21 villagers on food with 45% bonus is crazy amount of food gathering. So because of those bonuses, he doesn't gather a lot of corn, and instead of gathering corn, he ships 700 corn, and I like that a lot. Using this bonus. So now the German player comes with the crossbowmen and the Uhlans, and of course crossbowmen have a better range than the musketeers, so he can micro them and try to be as annoying as possible. And as you can see, he's just delaying the gathering of 9 villagers. Of course the blockhouse is shooting and killing a crossbowman eventually. Ooh, he could put that in melee mode and come with those musketeers. And actually that's what he's doing. That's good, he just chopped the crossbowman, and indeed I don't think I would have gone so far with the crossbowman here because of that. You know, he could eventually also have put shipped 5 Cossacks from the blockhouse and just kill those crossbowmen even faster. So he lost the crossbowman basically to nothing. So not very good. Maybe he was hoping he could siege the blockhouse down, but yeah, no. Now the Russian player has very strong army, and I'm actually quite scared for the German player now. Let's see. Oh, he's gonna age up. Yeah, I think he's gonna take a lot of damage, if not even lose the game from this mass. He's gonna try to wait as best as he can and even get 80-foot treasure. Oh, a cow is remaining. Why is it there? I don't know. But yeah, the raiding can be nice, but he's got a herd very close to this blockhouse, so I don't think he's going to be able to kill a lot of villagers if Tonkatu is careful with them. He's going to kill one here. So he's just massing, it seems, yeah. And he's pulling back. Why is he pulling back? You should expect, as the Russian player, that the German player is going to try to age. This is quite obvious that he's going to try to get this veteran Uhlan upgrade, and then with veteran Uhlan skirmishers, like I said, maybe Black Riders or War Wagons, he can be it can be like almost impossible for Russian to engage in the battle, and Russian will just lose his army little bit by little bit, and we see a fight here. It looks like he will get caught. Yes, he will. He should lose this one for sure. And this one, I don't know. But that's not very important. More important is he's hitting, I think, with the 6 skirmishers, because it's taking a lot of time. And I think when he gets the 6 skirmishers and with 8 Uhlans and Minutemen, he might hold. I'm saying might because there's still like 10 Cossacks and 20 Musketeers. Let's see exactly how much. Yeah, 20. I'm quite good. And yeah, 11. Yeah, this is quite an army, and as you can see, he's got so much food because he's gathering, like I said, so fast, and 17 villagers on food with those bonuses. It's crazy, and since Russian needs a lot of food, this is just very good. So as you can see, he's sieging houses, which is very good against German, especially because German needs a lot of population for those shipments, because they get cavalry with their shipments, so the shipments cost even more population room. And yeah, those houses aren't very well placed, I would say. Would have preferred maybe him to put them on the back, like here. And now he's just going to try to micro. Oh, and sweet doppel. They're gonna die very fast, but the skirmishers are doing quite some damage. And if he wants to, he can even pop the Minutemen. I think he should, personally. Although, yeah, he does. Yeah, even more musketeers coming, he definitely has to. But the musketeers are just dying very fast, and now he has a shipment available, and still some resources, but he's popped. Like I said, shooting the houses was very good from the Russian player. So there are still Cossacks remaining, and I don't really like it for the German player. Although some of them have weak HP, so you should target them with the town center. Those two here had weak HP. And the Minutemen actually should be on the other side, dealing with the Cossacks. He's trying to fight with the villager to block them in some way. Those two should come here. Because, you know, if you have even a small amount of skirmishers, like 5 or 6, and the Russian player doesn't have any Cossacks, or can't engage with them, you can micro against the Musketeers perfectly. The Musketeers just die so fast, it takes 4 shots from a skirmisher to kill them, and actually the 9 Uhlans are here gonna trap all these Musketeers. So, but even more, 10 more Cossacks coming, or 9, yeah 9, and 5 Musketeers. It's a close fight. The 2 skirmishers trying to do their best against the Musketeers. He's actually killing 1. But I think if there's more reinforcement, yeah, I thought that was Cossacks. It's very tough. It's very close, and but the German player is running out of resources, and he has to go here for gold. He still has this herd, which is like 800 food, which is nice, but he's making war wagons. Yeah, this is good, because we've seen a lot of Cossacks from the Russian player who doesn't have any intention to aid right now. He just wants to press and to prevent the German player from getting a big army, because if the German player is able to mass, then there's not much you can do as a Russian player with those very weak musketeers and very weak Cossacks who are gonna die just too fast against the German army's mass. He is even skipping villagers for now to get like always 5 musketeers, 5 Cossacks, etc. And he's even got the Strelets now, and given the fact that Tonkatu's got only war wagons and 3 Uhlans, this is very strong. The Strelets are gonna do a lot. But there's a raid here, and indeed this is actually 5 Uhlans, well 4 now. But the war wagons have 16 range, and the Strelets 14. Yeah, so you can't really micro them. And the war wagons are very hard to micro because they're slow, not like goons. So, still very close game, but you know, score-wise it's the same, but Russian is always supposed to be a little bit behind the other civilizations in terms of score. So, I think Russian has got quite a decent advantage. He's on 33 villager economy, and like I said, all those cards he has, especially for the food income, this is crazy. He's really skipping villagers, actually. He didn't make any villager for some minutes now. Probably will ship the Boyer's card, because this card is OP, or maybe the food for mass, and try to keep his villager production going. He's gonna lose some villagers, because, well, this is quite forced actually, because there's no more resources next to his town center. Actually there is a mine, but he probably gathers the gold here, because gathering it here means that, well, since the Russian player is just constantly putting pressure, you would have to just go in town center all the time and basically stay idle. But here, all those war wagons, this is quite an impressive mass. He's got 8 of them, and at this point you can deal with any mass from the Russian player. I hope the Russian player is going to start to mix in Strelets. He's sending the Boyer's card, and it looks like he just wants to mass musketeers. Of course, mixing Strelets is a risk, because German's cavalry is very strong, the Uhlans are very strong, and if he ships 8 and makes 5, you know, certain Uhlans, and it's not a couple of musketeers who are going to be able to deal with certain Uhlans. But it looks like he wants to keep going with war wagons. Of course, war wagons are very powerful units, 500 HP, 42 attack, a 3 times bonus against cavalry. This is like 120 damage, and you know, they just kill the Cossacks in 3 shots. Actually, 126. Yeah, actually it takes 3 shots at this point for the Cossacks, but they have the Boyer's upgrade. And before the Boyer's upgrade, it takes, it seems, only 2 shots from the war wagons to kill the Cossacks. Although there is a range resist. So I don't know. Probably 3 actually. So now we have the skirmishers, and like I said, with this army you can just micro your way against this. Although the war wagons are slow, so this is not easy to micro. but the skirmishers, like I said, 8 skirmishers, just if you micro them perfectly, you can kill 2 musketeers in one shot. This is just crazy. The blockhouse, yeah, there's no weak. Yeah, actually there is. This war wagon is weak. I hope he's targeting it. No, he's not. He's targeting this one instead. Keep in mind that the German player can always keep raids going, so... And, well, he could lose some Cossacks here. Like I said, 3 shots kill a Cossack, so there the Cossacks are just dying, it seems. I don't really like this. Although, well, the Musketeers are now getting in range, but they're gonna... Only 1 Cossacks remain. There you go, he's dead. Oh. Yeah, the Musketeers are now in range, so this is... Keep in mind, I think... Yeah, he's got villager in the blockhouse, so he saw it. And yeah, he's microing it the best he can, but now... I think he has to pull back with the Musketeers. He's just losing them too fast to just skirmishers. Like I said, it's 4 shots killing the Musketeer. Okay, he didn't lose this villager, that's good. So Takuman's on 26 villager, but not gathering fully, it seems, although quite good. And Tonkatu's on 31. He didn't make villager since a very long time. He just wanted, like I said, to prevent the German player from getting any good mass. And the German player is doing quite a good job, despite the fact that, you know, his resources are quite far. But I think Tonkatu should maybe have raided a bit more, like when he had his 10 Cossacks, just send 3 to the side here or to the other side. I don't know if he scouted well the map. Yeah, he knows there's a mine here, so he could have sent some Cossacks. Because the German player has to be gathering resources somewhere, right? So you need to see where and try to strike. And indeed, the German player's composition, which is mainly war wagons and skirmishers and uhlans from the shipments, is very slow. So if you just raid something, it's going to take some time for him to bring units. He's either going to have to bring some uhlans from the shipments, which in this case is good because you don't get raided from them, since they're dealing with your raids. Or he's going to have to bring the war wagons, and in this case, then yeah, it takes a lot of time and they're going to be out of position completely, so you can send your army like into the base, sieging some houses, or just even on the other side, try to scout if there are any villagers. So he sees the bisons, but you need to really see it. And actually he saw it, yeah, he's sending his army over here. I'm trying to find the flag. Okay, so for the Russian player, seeing this is quite scary, but personally I don't think I would engage. There are too many war wagons. Those units are just too weak, and now he's gonna get trapped very badly. Those uhlans are even upgraded. He's trying to kill as many villagers as he can. He's just willing to hurt the Germans' economy. But actually, a lot of reinforcement come, and those uhlans died very quick to the Melamod musketeers. I don't think he microed them. But still, now those war wagons are going to start dealing with the infantry, and even though they are specialized to deal with the cavalry, obviously, they are very good against infantry as well, you know. They are very powerful overall, very expensive and very powerful. And for the Russian players, very weak units, it's very hard to deal with them. You need a good micro and target the weak ones. And actually he's going to deal with that pretty good. He's trying to do here as much damage as he can. He basically knows he's going to lose the battle, and he's going to have to pull back at some point, and he decides to pull back now. So, Takuman, well, 21 villager population, 21 villagers, sorry, but he's got some settler wagons, 5 it seems. This is not a lot. This is only 27 villager population compared to Tonkatu, who's got 10 more, you know. 10 more is a lot. He's got the army composition advantage, but if he is not able to get any units, it's pointless. He's got the veteran Uhlan upgrade, and I really would like him to go for Uhlan skirmishers at this point. because those Uhlans are just, well, he's got enough war wagons, first of all. With just 5, it's like a huge mass. And secondly, the Uhlans veteran are just so much stronger than the Cossacks that they can deal with the Cossacks very, very easily. They can block them, and you just attack move your Uhlans against the Cossacks, and then with the skirmishers you try to select little groups of 4, which would be the best. Selecting little groups of 4 and target the musketeers. But of course, when you're fastly microing, you can't select perfectly 4 skirmishers. This is impossible. You select little groups of 5 or 6, depending on the position of your army or so. He is gonna scout. This is something I like. You know, you're focused to don't lose this position, which is basically your only food income position. But you also think about scouting. This is good. Just like, you know, there could very well be 6 villagers of the Russian player and no blockhouse, and you just send 3 Uhlans and you're able to kill a lot of them. He's going to try to snipe a couple villager here, but the army isn't far, and he's actually going to go back. I don't know if he saw them. Yeah, he sees them now, so he has to pull back. Keep in mind those turrets are upgraded. That means they have actually quite good stats, and they also have a 2 times bonus. Oh, lost him. 2 times bonus against light cavalry, and I think war wagons are considered as light cavalry. Yes, ranged cavalry, light cavalry, gunpowder cavalry, cavalry. Yeah. Interesting. Ranged infantry. Yeah. Okay, so there's quite some Cossacks. Let's see exactly. Yeah, he's making Uhlans. I like it because they're veteran, you know, and this is very strong. Veteran Uhlans are very strong, and those Cossacks, I don't think they're gonna live very long. Between the war wagons, the 5 Uhlans here, they could go back here, but the Uhlans are probably gonna trap them. Well, he lost 3 of them, so he's gonna save those 2, but still lost 3. 39 villager. He's been again skipping villagers a lot, and now he's got decent skirmisher mass, and he can micro even against the strelets. He can micro from the distance. He can just shoot, go back, shoot, go back. Of course, this is dangerous because at some point the Russian can decide to go in with everything, like Cossacks, strelets, musketeers, go in with everything. That's basically what he wants to do. And when he goes in, well, you have to do your best to try to keep a longest distance as possible between your armies. And actually, he could snipe a lot of musketeers here. I don't really like this move with the strelets. I don't understand why he's going there. Now he's able to snipe a lot of musketeers. Yeah, he goes back. Doesn't want to lose too much of them before the battle. Basically, the Germans' job here is to try to do as many damage as possible with the distance, try to kill as many units, and eventually the Russian player is going to be able to get very close to the German army, and then the German player tries to micro his best and tries to hope that he did enough damage before the battle, sniping those units. Oh, a little bit of slip here. Yeah, the Uhlans are in a good position. The Musketeers not so good position. We could say they're even out of position because, oh, the Cossacks are going to take a lot of damage from the war wagons. And yeah, the skirmishers are just greatly positioned towards against the Musketeers, but I think the Russian army is too heavy here. There is no reinforcement coming from that Ramex. Yeah, I think some more Cossacks coming here. There are 5 Uhlans coming here. Still 9 war wagons, but they're, well, the HP is actually decent. But he's also, keep in mind, losing a lot of villagers in the process. Look, there he's gonna lose a settle wagon. And those villagers are also dying. So even if the Russian, even if the German is able to hold, the Russian then still has a good economy, still has a good income, and eventually is going to be able to remass very fast and put a second wave to the attack. But I don't even think that the German player is going to hold here. I think this is going to be it. Yeah, he's on 10 villagers. This is definitely over. Yeah, he lost all his economy, and even if he's holding with those Ulan's reinforcements, basically doesn't have any shipment anymore. One will never be able to ship that. Yeah, this is over. He's gonna probably resign. Try to push, try to kill the Russian player's army, but he won't be able to. He doesn't have enough. Now the Russian is he can sacrifice some villagers. It's no problem, you know. Score-wise, Takuman is still ahead, but this doesn't mean anything. It just doesn't have any economy anymore, so this is just over. It's got one villager gets recruited, that's all. It's no point. Two villagers fighting. No, he's just gonna try to do his best with his doppels. But I don't think... Yeah, he's gathering coin. Yeah, that's a sure thing. Imagine those cowboys, he's getting caught up, and the Russian player is just popping units. No villagers, this is not needed. Just needs to kill that army and then it's GG, you know. German player cannot do anything. This army is not dead yet, but Tonkatu, what does he has coming? 5 musketeers, 5 more here. I think he had Cossacks on the way. No, he doesn't. Well, he's actually out of food. Now that I think about it, he's just fighting with all his villagers. Well, he's not really out of food. He could gather here, but he's not, and he still hasn't dealt with this army yet. And 4 more doppel coming from the deck, and he's gonna lose all those villagers. Well, that's a bit annoying. Who resigned? How do I figure that out? Whoever resigned, he shouldn't have, I think, because well, looking at this, I think that both players can still win. Maybe Tonkatu didn't know that that his opponent was out of villagers, and he was just like looking at the score, and he's like, yeah, okay, he still has an economy behind it, and I have nothing, and I'm losing on my villagers, and I can't make any unit because I don't have any food. And he resigned. And maybe actually he is losing, because he just can't make any units. He's completely out of shipments. He's gonna lose all those villages. 17, so he's gonna be like on 16 villagers. Yeah, I think he's lost. Yeah, he's completely lost. That's true. God. Well, that was... Yeah, I thought he would just be able to pop enough units. I also thought he had a blockhouse here somewhere to just hold on and try to get units from there, but no, he didn't. And it's true that, you know, when you're not able to get a big mass as Russian and that you're having to deal with 12 skirmishers, 5 Ulans and 6 doubles and is actually very hard to deal with. Because they can just micro against the musketeers, and these can just micro against the Cossacks, and the musketeers are so weak, as well as the strelets, that they cannot snipe the doppel very fast, and they just die so fast to the skirmishers compared to that. So this is why Russian is a bit unfavored against German. Anyway, that was a good game, an interesting one for sure. Very well played from both of them. Takuman actually defended very well, considering his resources were 4, but like I said, I would have liked to see a bit more red from Tonkatu, because, you know, he had the map control and he was just pushing on the town center and trying to kill the town center, but that's not good. Trying to kill houses too. That's not good. Killing houses and trying to get the town center surrounded is pointless if the opponent is gathering resources on the map. So the point of surrounding town center is to get all your opponent's villagers idle in it, but Takuman probably had only 10 or around this number, just to make the maximum damage with his town center, and then just gathering resources with all his other villagers and popping units from the stable and from the town center, from the deck, and with the power of his units he was able to hold. So yeah, well played from both players, a very good game. I hope you enjoyed it.